Hello, my name is Jonathan. I'm going to be going over my week two final submission. Unfortunately, I ran into some issues with OpenEMR. Currently trying to fix the bugs of that, but unfortunately, I was unable to get my Copilot embedded into OpenEMR. However, it still works. So we have this patient, John Doe, and the new features that we added for week two instead of week one is now we have it adds chief concerns, it has current medication, we have lab findings, notable lab flags, and also too we have the sources, which is applicable to the diagnosis that the patient has received. So here it'll tell us exactly where to go and what information is there. And last time we had a single agent. This time we have a multi-agent. We have a supervisor, and the supervisor has two people working under it. It is the intake extractor and the evidence retriever. So here you can see that there's six handoffs. Now, here we what also is different is we have intake and then we have lab data. So here we could upload the intake. So here, this is John Doe. So you can see here where it says extracting intake from John Doe intake form, dot, dot, dot. And then it says adjusted intake form 16 fields. Ask a question to see um, what has, ask a question to see if it's used. So let's just say, what additional information can you tell me about John Doe based on the intake form that was recently uploaded to this chat? Okay, so it's telling me, it gives me the basic overall. So right now it tells me the age, it tells me the vitals, it tells me the chief of complaint, it tells me the primary symptoms, and then current medications, noble lab findings, any limitations. So that was based on the form. And now also too, we're gonna upload lab. So we have upload lab harsh, which actually before I get to that, let me show you because one thing that we wanted to do was to show when the data was scanned improperly. So this is the hash. This is the data where you can see you can't necessarily really see it very well. So also too, while I'm here, I can show you this is the intake from John Doe. I don't know why that's taking a long time to upload. Okay, there we go. So yes, this is the intake from John Doe as well. So it has all this information. So this was the information when I asked the question, any additional information, this is where it was getting it from. So here we go. And you can see, I think it talked about family history at some point, and you can see here there's no conditions. So you have these are the two documents I'm uploading. So now I could close that. So now let's upload the harsh lab data. Oh, oops. Sorry, I forgot I went out to upload. Okay, upload that lab data, and then we're gonna do harsh. So now you see it says extracting lab PDF from CDC underscore lab underscore harsh PDF. Okay, and then it is used. So I can tell you what additional information you can tell me about John Doe patient based on the lab report that was just uploaded to this chat. Okay. So here, and it gives us the lab results. So it was able to read it. So, and it also gives us the guidelines for the condition. And we also have 6 handoffs here, like I mentioned, for the patient. And then, do you recommend surgery for this patient? Okay, and now it tells us basically if it recommends surgery based on the information that is provided. We have our sources, we have our handoff. I could say, what is 2 plus 2? Here, the questions outside the patient scope can't answer it. Who is LeBron James? Okay, perfect. And right here, you can see it goes to supervisor, then it refuses. So this is my week 2. I'm actively working on getting this embedded to OpenEMR, but everything else is working. We were able to upload the intake. We're able to upload the lab PDF. We have a audit trail still here, and it tells us if it refused. It gives us the patient ID with the timestamp. So, and this is BAA confirmed. I'm not going to run this, but we already know that this is an extra deployment control. If there wasn't a contract in place, then we would just have to change this to false. And then it prevents the code, it prevents the physician from getting any information from the patient. So yeah, that's pretty much the code. Thank you. I greatly appreciate it. Let me know if you have any questions.